I'm Cynthia Mulligan. Over the past few days, we have been sharing our exclusive findings into illegal group homes from our investigation. Tonight, we came here to City Hall and we shared those findings with Toronto Mayor John Tory and asked him why these homes that operate such appalling conditions have been allowed to be open for so very long. We have detailed the appalling conditions some of our most vulnerable are living in. Residents locked inside the homes, cockroaches, mouse infestations, a lack of food, and people dying. It begs the question, why are they still open? What I find especially shocking is that many of these homes, even though they've been plastered with violations and they're known to be unsafe, are still operating today.
First of all, I mean, it is unacceptable, but in order to actually close them down, the only agency that we have that can close them down is the fire department, and they can close them until it's fixed. So they might fix that, if it's electrical wiring or something, but the rest of it, we would have to seek an order to have them closed, which can take upwards of a year to do the appropriate court proceedings. And sometimes you close them, and as fast as you close them, they open again.
And often by the same operator.
Well, again, indeed, in the case of the one whose door you went knocking on, he is facing multiple charges, which could involve huge fines that he could be levied if he's convicted. But again, we're going through, the sort of tortuous path of the justice system.
Now, yesterday I was at Queen's Park and asked the provincial health minister why the province has allowed these group homes to operate for so long. He pointed the finger to City Hall. I showed what he had to say to the mayor.
Municipalities have been the ones creating sort of the regulatory framework, but it may be, and it may appear that that is inadequate.
You're saying on the one hand that, it's lack of health care and long-term care, which is a provincial responsibility, and the provincial minister is saying, yeah, but it's up to the city to regulate.
And I accept that doesn't change the two frustrations. First, there just aren't enough of the group homes and licensed facilities to look after people who have illness. And secondly, that we have to take a year before we can shut one down in court process.
So the province is doing this at City Hall, and City Hall's kind of doing this at the province.
I will accept and take it upon myself and our process here to see if there are ways we can speed up that 1 year so that we can get faster action on actually getting these places closed. When it comes to the healthcare system, we don't run that, and I'm not trying to pass the buck. I'm just saying we have a partnership here, and we have to do our part on the sort of the regulatory and enforcement side. They have to do their part as well on supportive housing.
And for the second day in a row, the opposition brought up the findings from our City News investigation in the legislature, criticizing the Liberal government for its handling of the situation. And we're still trying to get to the bottom of just how many ministries are involved and who is ultimately responsible for them, because it seems they are falling between the cracks of the different silos. Despite multiple calls to license them, they have not been licensed. We're going to again ask why not. We will continue to ask these questions.